My name is Dominic. I'm from company Powerful Medical. We are here to set up a subsidiary of our company in Kenya, Powerful Medical Africa. We have developed a medical device that is used for diagnostic of cardiovascular diseases. The solution allows to diagnose and treat patients with cardiovascular diseases without presence of cardiologists. So we see currently a trend in a world where cardiovascular diseases are pretty much the main cause of the deaths. Okay, and the increase is exponential. The problem we face is that the increase of the specialists, cardiovascular doctors, is being constant or slowly decreases. And now we, with our solution, fill this gap. Not fully to this date somehow. Our goal here is to set up this subsidiary and bring this solution to the hospitals, to the doctors, to allow them to act immediately and to save more people without presence of cardiologists, which, as I said, in the whole world there's a scarce of them. The goal of the Powerful Medical Africa is not only to distribute the solution to the hospitals and to the medical entities across Kenya, but across the whole Eastern Africa, as well as to set up a software center to increase and develop additional features of the app and subsequently implement features not only within the cardiovascular disease domain, but also where we see a huge gap, not only in Europe, USA, and in Africa, but in the whole world, is the X-ray, MRI, and CT scan pictures, where we can utilize the artificial intelligence to diagnose quickly, efficiently, and correctly without need of a specialist on case-by-case basis.
There, and I represent a company which is named it's Virtual Reality Media. From that name, you may maybe say, okay, what these guys are doing. The thing is very simple. The country, if wants to grow, they need, for example, the infrastructure. They need also to have the airports. With the airports come in the aircrafts. The aircrafts, we need the pilots. The pilots need to be certified. And the pilots need to learn how to fly. We are making simulators. These simulators are going to the training centers. Training centers are certified by the Kenyan Civil Aviation Authority. Now they can bring the students to become a certified pilots. So with the simulators we are building, we are putting them, let's say, on the 0 level. They don't need to sit in the aircraft before they go. After the training, they just go jump into the aircraft and they can fly. This is it saving time, money, but of course it's saving the humans, because if you go to the aircraft and you don't know how to fly, easily you can break, you can make a disaster. That's economical disaster, human disasters, and at the end of the day, you are losing lives and economy thriving. So the purpose coming here as a producer of the simulators is to look for the market, for the potential. And the potential is here. During this 1 or 2 days, when we are meeting the partners here local, we discovered that there's a tremendous work opportunities, because we are not just bringing the device. Device is bringing, anyone can build device, and probably there's a lot of the same producers who are coming to Kenya and say, okay, we can do it better, whatever. But what it brings much to the economy is that you can put the things together. Like you have a simulator, you have a partners who can invest, make the training center, and this is a synergy, because at the end of the day, the pilots are coming not only from Kenya, but from the other countries, because you have a capacities, you can train them. And that's the second effect of that, so are bringing money to the country, and the money stays in the country. One is, the simplest way is to bring the simulator and have the partner who can invest in building training facility and start all the procedures and then earn the money on inviting the students. Another thing is, which is bringing more, let's say, involvement of the local companies. For example, simulator itself it's not only the computers, it's not only the motion system, visual system, but also you have a software. So, software means also terrain databases, and terrain databases means that you can find a local partner who can make and design these terrain databases to be implemented into simulator, and then you have a local content, local involvement. So we can support another software engineering company here. So that's how, at the end of the day, we can build the simulators locally. That is bringing another benefit, because having a company who can build simulators, today it's called high technology, high tech. And this is what a lot of other African countries will be looking at you like, oh, these guys did it in a clever way, why we can not do it by themselves? And you can support them.
My name is Jaroslav Hadriga. I'm business director of company Trends and chairman of the supervisory board. I'm representing company Trends, and Trends is a manufacturer of the machining tools. We are manufacturing machining tools in Slovakia, and mostly machining tools for the metal industry. Our products are placed, let's say, around the world, because this is as well given by the long history. We were founded in 1937. Our company is, in that case, you can see that's really long, with a long history, and our company placed machines to the more than to the 80 countries till now. So we are really famous and well known for our quality. Our quality of our product is really visible, because our products are really machining and working for many years. So yeah, and our interest into here in visit of this forum, and to be part of the Kenya and Europe forum, is because we are interested to develop a long-term partnership in a Kenya region, and because, as we know very well, Kenya is a gate to Africa from this side, because here is a really big right now business opportunity and a really big business growth in the last time period. So we are really highly interested to develop some business partner, and this is not just simple, let's say, sell machines to this market, but this is as well to grow some mutual business partnership to be long time sustainable, and be possible to find a partner that is working on this market, providing customer support, service support, warranty and post-warranty service. So that means that in this case we are searching for a long-term business partner to find some business opportunities together.
So I'm a managing director and owner of the company Adel Davis, which produced premium health supplements based on the philosophy of Adel Davis, which was one of the most recognized nutritionists in the US of 20th century. And we are producing, according that philosophy, the health supplements. And our target is to bring that philosophy into Kenya, and also help Kenya to cope with malnutrition of children, because that I have heard that is a huge problem, and also established that brand of Adel Davis in Kenya. And first distribution, and then in the second phase we have to, or we want to start a plant here, because here is the labor costs are lower, and also transportation costs, and we want not to have very expensive products. We want to have products which are for the mass market and for the people of the Kenya. We consider Kenya not as a sole market. We want it's a hub and also the gateway for distribution in the other countries, also Rwanda, Tanzania, and so on. I tried to establish business in South Africa, but it was not possible because of business environment, and I consider the Kenyan business environment much more interesting for us, because it's really clear, and it's not so complex and complicated, and also we can see, as today we have the relationship between EU and Kenya, and it's interest for European products, and we have also interest for Kenyan products, and we are starting from low numbers, but with the young population of Kenya, this country has tremendous future. So that's the reason why we are here. Health products are unique that they are mostly foods. It's natural. It's vegan. It's not chemical, and so that's very fine. But also for young people and children especially. So it's that's what we are distinctive from other companies.
My name is Parag Gokte. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer for a company called HVolt. It's a Slovakian company, and we are into electric vehicle charging solutions. So the interest in Kenyan market is quite obvious. It's looking at green growth, looking at sustainability quite seriously. We heard the President say this morning in the EU-Kenya forum about sustainability, green growth. So that's what we were looking to capitalize on. But we're doing it slightly differently because we are introducing our solutions through partnership with a local firm that we have partnered, Mayu Solar. So we'll be offering a whole turnkey solution from production of chargers will also be done locally. So this is about creating local jobs in the local economy, doing a skill transfer and the knowledge transfer for the citizens here. We are also funded by a Slovak aid development project. So this is about hitting some UN sustainable goals, primarily about carbon reduction through electric vehicle adoption, but also about infrastructure building, because without charging infrastructure, you will not have electric vehicle adoption. It's a chicken and egg problem. One cannot do without the other. So we are looking to help with that, and also creating local jobs to help the local economy. And then we want to use Kenya as our base for all of the East African market. So get it right here, get the products localized, customized for the local market, and then introduce those to the surrounding neighboring countries. Well, you're already doing 93% renewables, so it's quite green in terms of energy production. Where I think there is a challenge is in terms of supply demand. The load, during peak hours, peak mornings, peak afternoons. So challenge Kenya will have when you start moving towards electrification, that will make it even worse. Because electric cars or vehicles, when they charge, they take the maximum load compared to, let's say, your appliances, heating, lighting, cooling or whatever. Electric cars will take the most load. So this is where we have a uniqueness in our solution through energy management system. So what it does is it looks at your consumption of the building or premises. It looks at what is the available electricity load, and then manages that dynamically to ensure it never exceeds that load, and therefore the charging power is regulated. And then there are different configurations in terms of different users, different priorities, what is good for a fleet user who needs to charge the car very quick because they can't wait for long, compared to somebody who only commutes once a day, are two different things. So this is where our software can do some smart scheduling, some smart energy management. And then we combine many different elements. So imagine if your energy is through solar or some renewables, or is it through grid, or even a battery storage on site, we can dynamically manage all that. So this is kind of the solution we are introducing. Immediately you will start having an impact on load management. So then what you do is you manage it in such a way that it doesn't cause network congestion. Whilst you are installing more and more charging infrastructure, it can cope with it, because utilization initially will be low, and then as and when the cars and vehicles pick up in the next 3 to 4 years, you'll be ready for that kind of adoption.
I'm Tomas Tribula from the PowerX company, PowerX Energy. We are focusing on green energy solutions, and our product is virtual power plant. Why Kenya is because we have feelings for Africa continent, and we are basically a group of environmentalists, professionals in our fields, like IT or energy or power grid, and we are trying to make the difference for the future, for the environment. Kenya is one of the countries which has largest share of green energy or renewable energy production or percentage. So that's why also Kenya. Our product is very special because it's kind of like adding value for the green or renewable power plants, and also for clients which are working with us. And the virtual power plant is an aggregation of basically batteries, which are manageable with AI, with our product, which basically we are making predictions of the power grid situation, characteristics, and of the internal resources of clients. And based on these predictions, we are making a model which will tell us, which is helping us to optimize the output for these batteries. So that's why it's called virtual power plant, because sometimes we are using as a power source the batteries, or sometimes the power grid. And because of the predictions and because of the renewable energy is often violative. For example, the solar plant the output of solar plant depends very much on the sunlight, of course. That's what we are predicting, and we are helping with stabilizing of the output of the plants. So our product is very, I would say, the key component for the future of power grids based on renewable energy, because we are helping to stabilize the power grid, right? And also we are maximizing thanks to that, we are also maximizing the profit for client, because when the power grid is in debt, it has too little energy, we are providing it. When it has too much energy, we are taking it, right? So that also helps the client, also the power grid, and also we are making, trading for the client with the power grid.